talked a little bit about affordable housing. That's another one of your initiatives. You said you really want to go after co-op.
Yeah.
Is that something we can see you? What would be the approach? Would it be some kind of study?
It would either be a legislative fix, or you'd use the light out and veto to defund it. Yeah. One or the other. Again, this is and I place this choice out there for a lot of things in state government. I'm looking to cooperate with the legislature, I hope I have a Republican assembly. But if I don't, and I have 2 Democratic houses, I'm going to look to try to cooperate with them to get these changes, because my election will send a clear message to them that people want something different in New Jersey. But if they're unwilling to cooperate and they're going to continue to stand ground on the old failed policies, then we'll go through confrontation. And if confrontation is what they want, then they're getting the right guy, because I'm not afraid of a little confrontation.
Absolutely. As a guy from Camden County, where Randy Ryan's from, I know that you're not afraid of confrontation.
No, I can't wait.
Confrontation.
I can't wait till next month when he's getting ready to go to jail, because that's where he belongs.
He would be, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Something a little more campaign related. I know
Sure.
You've used a lot of technology in your campaign.
Yep.
I've heard you're a big Twitter fan.
I am.
I was wondering, maybe you could just talk briefly about maybe the role that's played in your campaign, and maybe how you see that transitioning to something you've used during your term as governor.
Well, listen, we're trying to reach out broadly, especially to young people. And I have to give this to President Obama. He very effectively used new technologies from the internet to be able to reach out to people and make them feel like they were part of his campaign. So there's no need to reinvent the wheel. We're using a lot of those same technologies to reach out to young voters in New Jersey, make them feel like they could have input into our campaign. So I have a Facebook page, and the campaign has a Facebook page, as you well know. Matt, you're involved with that. And I use Twitter on a regular basis. It's amazing to me that people want to know where I am and what I'm doing, but they want to know
what Christie has with his call.
That's right. We're gonna tell them. I was at a Springsteen show the other night. I twittered from the Springsteen show to let people know I was listening to Promised Land.
Okay,
absolutely.
Right,
so we're keeping people involved that way, and we also have a Flickr page so that people can see photos like we took here tonight. Convention, so they can feel like they've been here. Even if they can't travel here, they can feel like they've had part of the experience of being here. And our website is very interactive and has a lot of our issues on there, as you know, so that people who maybe can't come out and hear me speak can still read about what the principle is that we stand for. We have a new feature on the website that just started today called the 42 Ways that Christie will fix New Jersey. And it's 42 of my policy proposals. And as we roll out more policy proposals, we'll continue to add to the list. So there'll be an easy one-click place for people to go and scan through all the proposals we put forward already. And I think that will be a really, really easy way for people to feel connected. And then they can just put their email address into our website, and they will get email updates from us on at least a weekly basis. And as the campaign goes deeper, it'll probably be on a daily basis. So that's why we're going to use technology to try to make sure we reach out to every voter and potential voter in New Jersey that we can get to call, to our campaign.
As you've gone around the state, you've interacted with voters, because every day. You noted how you saw me on 295 the other day driving down the road.
Yep.
What struck you most interacting with the voters about their concerns and just the state of where we are here in New Jersey?
People are scared, Matt. They're more scared than they're angry. They're worried about the future of our state. They're worried about their own future, whether they're going to have a job or whether they're going to be able to keep their home. But also, even those people who maybe aren't worried about that at the moment are worried about whether this is going to be a state where their children can live, or whether their children can raise their children here in New Jersey. My parents were both born in New Jersey and lived their whole lives here, and they got to live 20 minutes from all their grandchildren. And so my mom, who passed away about 5 years ago, my dad, who still is luckily with us and is around, he gets to see his grandchildren all the time. I want to have that experience too. But if New Jersey's not affordable, my 15-year-old son, when he gets to be of age to get married and have children, he's not going to be able to afford to live here. So people are scared about the immediate future and their own stability, and they're also scared about the long-term future of New Jersey and whether New Jersey is going to be affordable for their kids. They don't want to be airplane grandparents. They have to get on an airplane to go to North Carolina or Virginia or someplace else in order to see their kids and their grandkids. And that's what's at stake in this election. We've got to make New Jersey affordable again so people can have that future.
I thought I'd finish up by doing something a little bit different, a little bit away from politics, a little bit away from everything else we've been discussing. Just a few questions about you, Christie, that people may not get from reading the cover of the Star-Ledger.
Absolutely.
Favorite book?
My favorite book? Geez, I think my favorite book is the same as my favorite movie, The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep. Yep. And probably...
Is it a good primer for being a prosecutor, U.S. attorney in New Jersey?
It was. And my second favorite book, a very close second, would be a book called Tell No One, which is a novel by a Little League friend of mine named Harlan Coben. Harlan and I played Little League together, went to junior high and high school together. We remain friends today. He's a New York Times best-selling author of murder mysteries. And in fact, in a shameless plug, his new book just came out today called Long Lost. And,
so put that on your reading list.
That's right. Harlan is, if you like, about 350-page, fast-moving, twist and turn type of books, it's a great book. So Godfather probably for the long term, but Tell No One by my friend Harlan Coben is a great book.
So those are going to the metaphorical desert island.
That's exactly right. Absolutely.
What about favorite musician or artist of band?
Well, it's Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. When I went to Asbury Park the other night for one of the rehearsal shows, it was my 116th Bruce Springsteen show. I saw
3, and I feel lucky.
I started when I was very young, and had been going a lot. Saw him in a number of places around the United States, and in December of 2007, took my wife and children right before Christmas to Europe. We had a great trip in Paris and London, where Bruce Springsteen East Street Band just happened to be playing.
It just happened to be playing.
Just happened to be playing at the time.
No,
not at all. And we saw Bruce and the band in Paris and in London, which was an amazing experience. So by far, favorite musician is Bruce Springsteen.
What about favorite sporting event you've ever seen? I'm a Phillies-Eagles guy because I'm South Jersey, so we're probably not going to agree on much.
Listen, my favorite sporting event that I've ever been to was the Mets World Series in 1986. I'm a Mets fan. It's been a long time.
I've roomed with a Mets fan for 2 years in college.
Well, then you know pain and disappointment.
I know the pain, exactly.
Yep.
We shared a lot.
So that's right. As a Phillies-Eagles fan, you did. But favorite was going to the 1986 World Series. I'm a huge Mets fan. My brother and I are season ticket holders for the Mets. And so I'm excited for the new stadium for Citi Field to open and go to the new stadium. And hopefully this will be the year for the Mets. But
if you can fit in some games.
Well, we're gonna make sure we do, because my kids love to go. So it'll be outings that I'll do with my children. And I was on 101.5 the other day on their midday show, and they asked me about the Mets, and I said, the slogan this year should be "Wait till you see how we blow it this year." That'll attract some people there, and that's the way I feel after the last 2 years.
When the Phillies win the pennant, you're more than welcome to come down and watch it with me.
It's very nice of you, Matt. Thank you very much. But that's my favorite sporting event, and my favorite sport team are the Mets. Big baseball fan.
And finally, personal hero that's not a family.
Personal hero that is not a family.
Because I met your dad, and I know he's a great guy.
Yeah, my father is a great guy. Personal hero that's not a family member. Would probably be Tom Seaver, the pitcher for the Mets. He was kind of a role model for me as a kid because of the way he approached his job every day. A total professional, worked hard, took nothing for granted, and was great at what he did. So as a kid, he was a really, really great role model. And politically, I'd say it was Ronald Reagan, just because this was a guy who was always optimistic but was tough and was willing to take tough stands when he needed to and let people know who the boss was. I think specifically about when he laid off the air traffic controllers and fired them, because they were breaking the law, and he stood up and people said he would never do it, and he did it. And I think that told everybody everything they needed to know about Ronald Reagan over the next 8 years. But as a kid, which is I think when you really develop your heroes, and I love Tom Seaver, and he was a great professional, and he gave me kind of a roadmap along with my dad for how to act as a professional, whatever your chosen vocation was. And so Seaver's a big fan.
Well, 2 great role models for a future governor.
Thank you very much.
So congratulations again on the Atlantic Convention, and thanks for speaking to us. We hope you will again throughout the campaign.
You bet I will. You call. We'll make sure we make time for
set up that
Jersey.
Phillies game.
Oh, the Phillies. You're killing me, Matt. You're killing me. Thanks.